In 1683, William Penn and Chief Tamanin of the Lenape Indians made a treaty of peace and friendship along the banks of the Delaware River. Today, this area is known as Penn Treaty Park, located in the Fishtown neighborhood of Philadelphia.
At the time in the 70s, along the river, the waterfront was the industrial decline was starting to happen, and a lot of abandoned factories and the railroad cars were still in the middle of Delaware Avenue. They were all Belgian block. It was not a paved road. It was a very bad road. So there was a for sale sign on some land down there, and not knowing any better, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could get this government, cities, to buy that land and make ball fields. We all agreed on getting the land. What happened though at one point was we had to decide, okay, what do we do with the land? And I realized that there was very few people that cared about baseball fields other than myself and a few others. And there was a lady on our committee from the American Society of Friends. She was a Quaker lady named Beatrice Kirkbride, and she said, why not just make it open space, passive recreation, so somebody can fly a kite, have a picnic, and enjoy the beauty of the river. And that carried the day. That everybody says, okay, let's do that. Dr. Pettyjohn said we should have a museum. Unbeknownst to me, she had put together the plan for a museum in 1970 and outlined the whole idea of what kind of museum it would be, so school kids could come down and learn about this wonderful story of the Treaty of Friendship. I once talked to a friend, and he said, what would you put in a museum? And I realized no one knew all the artwork that existed that related to William Penn's treaty with the Indians. I started to collect it, put it together. It became a story, and I looked at almost everything in our country is preserved because it has something to do with war. This place here was preserved purely because of peace and friendship. We have this beautiful park today, and it's fantastic that the new generation of people use this park, care for this park. The River City Festival that's going on today is an example. I think this is the 5th annual River City Festival. So today there are going to be thousands of people down at Penn Treaty Park.
My name is Neil Brecker. I'm chairman of the River City Festival. We've done this festival 5 years now in Penn Treaty Park, and it was really started as a celebration of Fishtown and everything that it has to offer. And you have a park here which is a beautiful historic park, one of the gems of the city, and you have something like this and it really begs for being highlighted. It needs to be a center of attention, and we found that there were a lot of people, even who live in Fishtown, who didn't know it existed. So it's a wonderful place for people to gather. There's so many events here, starting 5 years ago. All through the summer, the spring, and the fall, you'll find events at the park and everybody here.